Welcome back, dear viewers, and as we said earlier, we're going to be talking about the most prominent events happening in Egypt, and we start with President Abdel al-Sisi's visit and holding the summit talks with his Irish counterpart Michael Higgins in Dublin on Wednesday. The talks center on bilateral ties and a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern. Meanwhile, President al-Sisi met with Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Expatriates Affairs, Abdel, the top diplomat being the head of the Permanent Higher Committee for Human Rights, presented the third executive report for the National Strategic Human Rights, reviewing progress made to carry out the strategy with all its acts during the previous year. Abdel said the implementation of the strategy guarantees an excel of human rights with its comprehensive concept at the civil, political, economic, social, and cultural levels. Additionally, it enhances women, youth, and children and elderly people's rights. President al-Sisi arrived in the Irish capital on Tuesday, the third and final leg of his European tour that included stops in Denmark and also Norway. In Norway, the head of state met with the Norwegian president, Prime Minister, and a number of heads of giant companies for talks that focused on means to enhance political and economic ties. President al-Sisi affirmed that Egypt attaches a great importance to attract foreign direct investments to its markets, as well as supporting the foreign companies working in Egypt. And to shed more light on this topic and President al-Sisi's visit, we are delighted to have with us journalist Rahman and the political analyst. Hello.
Hello. Hello to you.
Hello to you. We're very happy to have you with us over the phone. And talking about the prominent visit and the outcomes of this visit, can you please tell us more about it and how important it is to Egypt and the Egyptian and Norwegian relations?
Well, of course, the Norwegian-Egyptian relations belongs to a long time of cooperation at all levels. Long-term of cooperation, politically, economically, diplomatically, joining almost the same point of views towards the international cases, the international issues, whether towards the Middle East or the international conflicts. And of course, we have our own mutual understanding and mutual best interests and mutual situations that we have taken together side by side toward the international arena. The visit paid by Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi to Norway and with a previous visit to Denmark and then later to Ireland, that represents a vision, a strategy of our own diplomatic relations and our own file of foreign affairs that needs to be tackled upon, especially the issues of human rights, the international vision concerning our own most important case, which is Palestine. Also, we need to tackle upon the file of economical cooperation, which takes lots of the time given by Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi, especially with friendly countries like the European countries that has long-term and long history of cooperation with Egypt at all levels. Especially, we have lots and lots of investments from Europe, from those countries, and we are aiming to increase the levels of cooperation, the level of absorbing more investments in Egypt throughout our own mega projects, throughout the industrial and economical zone around the Suez Canal, and of course increasing the levels of tourism to Egypt from Europe, especially that such countries like Denmark, Norway, Ireland are ones of the first-class tourism that helps a lot our own especially that case and especially that file in growing and developing our own economy at all levels.
Okay, so moving to Ireland, and in this visit, actually, Ireland was highlighted, the recognition of the Palestinian state was actually highlighted during this visit. So how significant is this for Egypt's advocacy for the Palestinian cause?
Well, this is a historical situation,
of course,
declared by Ireland. Joined to other historical situations that always Ireland has given and declared, even challenging the pressures they have faced in such a critical issue. We have almost the same vision to have this arena having a solid and independent state of Palestine with all authorities like the army, like the police that needs to regain the security in the region, in Palestine especially. That means spreading peace and prosperity in the region. On the contrary of other agendas that are meaning for the war and the conflicts to go on and on. Especially, I'm talking about the mega companies of weapons that are benefiting from more conflicts and more wars in the world.
Of course.
Together, Egypt and Ireland join and share the same point of view towards that matter.
Okay, so actually the discussions on Middle East stability and also the Palestinian cause with the Norwegian leaders were very crucial, actually. So how can Norway contribute to these efforts alongside with Egypt?
Well, I believe that Mr. President Abdel is the real ambassador of the Palestinian case in Europe.
Yes.
And the main spokesman for this historical and strategic case to our own national security and the international security, of course, for the whole arena. And of course, they have listened well to his point of views. They have listened and communicated with his vision towards that case. And I believe that they are yearning for more cooperative situations in the near future. According to our own vision, according to the leadership, the Egyptian leadership of the arena, especially that we have supported that case since more than 75 years. And we went through wars for this case. We have supported the Palestinians throughout the latest war and the latest assault by the Zionist existence against the Palestinians and all of the Arabs. As well as we are right now, we are witnessing more assaults, Israeli assaults against Lebanon, against Syria, against the Arabs everywhere. So I believe that they are realizing more and more the danger of keeping the assaults on and searching for resolution and solution for that conflict in the near future.
Do you actually see with what's happening in the region, with the escalations happening in Gaza, Syria, and Lebanon, and with this visit, the recognition of this dilemma, do you see an action coming in the near future?
Well, of course, we can never lose hope. But still, it's early to tell. It's early to recognize a light in the end of the tunnel. But I'm sure that the sincere efforts given by Egypt and our associates in Europe and all over the world, we can reach a final resolution that gives hope not only to the Palestinians, not only to the Egyptians and the Arabs in the territory, but to the whole world. The whole world is, the whole nations around the world right now are concerning and deeply concerning about that issue. It has become main title to the students in the universities, in the nations that are really opened their eyes for the first time since the very beginning of this conflict. They have realized who are the assault, who is the assaulting side, who is the occupation side, who is the criminal side, and who are the victims with lands taken from them until right now.
Of course. So moving to the Irish investments, and how do you see Egypt contributing to the Irish investments and the economic ambitions, particularly in the fields of technology and education?
Well, of course, Ireland has a long term of educational and economical ties with Egypt.
Yes.
But we need to increase those levels. We have a very special ties with the Irish. We have that conservative personality and that conservative culture that we share together. Ireland, one of the main roots of traditional Europe, and Egypt is the most civilized country all over history, and we share together the same point of views towards, like you have mentioned, the Palestinian case and other cases. We can build upon these visions. We can build upon this agreeing on crucial causes, and we can increase our own diplomatic, our own economic ties, especially that we have changed a lot of laws of investments that was stopping the increasing of investment from all over the world. Today it's easier. Today we welcome all investments from Ireland as a friendly country and a friendly nation.
How can, do you see actually a future in these sectors like technology and education? How can we boost this relation in regards of these two sectors, because they are very important and Ireland is actually very known for them?
Well, of course we have our own visions and our own steps that we have already taken about that matter. But I need to say something here, that cooperation in the field of education should be going and coming at the same time, not just not just imitating, but preserving our own identity, especially that we are in a battle of identity today in Egypt and in the whole world. There is a conflict of identities, and there are vicious hands that want to demolish the raw symbols of our own cultures in Egypt, historically, religiously. Even we are up against so many attacks against our own culture. So we need to preserve our own culture, our own identity, as well as raising the level of cooperation with countries like Ireland based on this matter. It's mutual interest, mutual mutual cooperation. We give them and we take from them, and they also need to learn from our own experiments in education that goes long way, thousands of years. So we can work on together on this matter, not just taken, but given also.
Okay, so actually, with the strategic partnership declaration with Denmark covered actually several key areas. Which sectors hold the most potential actually for deepening the cooperation between the two countries from your point of view?
The economical, of course. The economical side is the most important thing that we are seeking to increase in this very time. In this very significant time, all over the conflicts that we are up against only the strength of our own economy can preserve our own sovereignty, our own stability, our own leading role in this arena. Today, there are no friends, truly friends, but associates. Today, there are no brothers, but in the world of diplomacy, but associates, strong associates. So we are seeking that strategic strategic cooperation with Denmark and other countries, either to the west or to the east, at the same level. All we seek is meeting halfway, preserving our own identity, our own best interests, and using the wide range of cooperation and mutual understanding and mutual interest that gathers lots of countries in our own target of our own cooperation and cooperative strategy. So the strong Egypt means a lot to the whole world. The world seeks to look at Egypt as a strong economy and a strong country, because without a strong country in this continent or in the Middle East, or I prefer to say it, the Arabic East, there are no prosperity, there are no stability in the whole region.
Of course, it's very important for the economy of Egypt, actually. Mr. Abdel Rahman, journalist and political analyst, thank you so much for being with us and for giving us insights about this visit and how important it is to Egypt and the outcomes of this visit.